Hello friends, this is our fourth lecture on feminism. We have already done 3. In my first lecture itself, I have in fact touched the crux of the problem by saying that patriarchy is the Bastille of feminism. Bastille, you know, that prison, state prison that was destroyed by the French revolutionists. Now, as the historians of feminism, they have divided feminist activity and thought into 3 periods, or some of them into 4 periods. Call them waves: first wave, second wave, and third wave. Now, actually, this first wave is, you can say, it is for equal rights, a movement for equal rights. So it's also known as egalitarian movement, equal rights or egalitarian movements. Now, each wave, there is a focus, and also some historical circumstances accompanying them. For example, in this case, it is the academic activism of that very famous woman, that is Mary Wollstonecraft. Mary Wollstonecraft, A Vindication of the Rights of Women, published in 1742. So that is the academic activism. Then there are some political climates that we can see. 1776, the American independence, the Declaration of American Independence, it is stated that all men are created equal. Men there means women also. All men are created equal. Then what do you find? There is a third situation, which are actually, that's the title here, Fallout of the Falls. Falls here means Seneca Falls. Seneca Falls Convention at in 1848. Vindication in 1742. And American Declaration, American 1776. So 1742, 1776, and then 1840, the Seneca Falls. So that's why I have written Fallout of the Falls. So the first wave feminism is supposed to be 1848 to 1920. So 1848, this is the activism. This is academic activism, this is political, this is the real action. The real action took place. Understand? Vindication is a germinal essay as far as feminism is concerned. And the vindication, she protests, vehemently protests stereotyping of women in domestic roles. Women, according to the belief till then, women have only domestic roles: childbearing, child caring, looking after the husband, and so on. And also doing the routine work in the family. Homemaker reason. Then also second point that she focused, or she pointed out, is failure to regard women as an individual in their own right. So that comes from the first one. So that is failure to regard women as an individual in her woman or women in their own right. That is, means there are no individuality. So if you use existentialist language, we can say no essence, only existence. Women have no essence, only existence. Their essence is created, culturally created by, it's a social construct, so to say. That's what people say. That is the word that we use these days. Social construct. Everything is a social construct in that way. And the third point is failure to educate girls and women. That is, Alice Walker, spiritual based. So 3 things she pointed out. 1, stereotyping of women. Secondly, women have no identity of their own. Thirdly, they have no education. So these 3 things. So against this, she wrote Vindication, and it was a grand success as far as women and their rights are concerned and movements are concerned. And also we can see she is the pioneer. isn't it? Academic activism, she is the pioneer. But the real fight begins at the fallout of the falls, that's what we can say. Now, what happens is that during this period, it's not, as I already told you, it was mainly meant for gaining equal, say, political equality. Political equality. Political equality means, as we can see, right to vote. It's very strange to know the political power, so to say. It is very strange to know that up to 1918 in England, women were not allowed to vote. And up to 1919 in America, women were not allowed to vote. Oh, what a fantastic situation. So what happened is that so they clamored for it, they fought for it. They said we should have right to vote. We should have right to participate in democratic institutions. We want to become part of the governing class. So what we require is political power. We want suffrage for women, suffrage. S-U-F-F-R-A-G-E, suffrage for women. That is suffrage. S-U-F-F-R-A-G-E, suffrage. So this is also known as suffragette movement. Suffragette. S-U-F-F-R-A-G-E-T-T-E. Suffragette. It is pronounced like this. Suffragette. Suffragette movement. Suffragette. This is the stress is here. Suffragette means right to vote. That's a simple essence. Legal, that is equal legal rights of contract and of property. Then also it included things like opposition to child marriage. That of course in England they don't have it. And ownership of, and chattel marriage, they're against that, chattel marriage. Chattel marriage. Chattel marriage means the woman, the wife and children, or mother and children, chattel marriage, mother and children, they are considered to be the property of the husband. That also. These are some of the minor things, but most important thing was really the right thing, the right to vote. Now, although you have got up to the although you have the, as I told you, the pioneer is Mary Wollstonecraft, you have got other women also. For example, you probably when they come across this, Voltaire declared. Voltaire declared. There's another person interested in this movement. Voltaire declared, and then Margaret Sanger, another person, Margaret Sanger. Margaret, you can take down this name, Margaret Sanger. Now, two other women who actively jumped into this egalitarian movement, so to say. Voltaire declared and Margaret declared. So what they were campaigning for women's sexual and reproductive and economic rights. It comes again, you will see that this theme is repeated in the second wave feminism. The first wave is not that important. What's most important in the first wave is, as I've already seen as we have already seen, that is the right to vote. Understand? That is, in Britain, the suffragettes, they somehow managed to get the Act, Representation of People's Act passed in 1918, but there was a but attached to that. And what is that but, Only women who own a house and who are above 30 or above, were allowed to vote. And so the agitation continued. Agitation, don't think that by road, blocking the road or hartal or any no such thing, but of course pressurizing and lobbying and so on. 1928, it took another 10 years for Britain to allow unconditional or give unconditionally right to vote to women above 18. So 1918, first phase was given, but that was to women of 30 or above, plus those who own a house. But then in 1928, after 10 years, all the women were given right to vote, all who were 18 or above 18. Now the story in US is also, you can see, there you have got the champion, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Elizabeth Cady Stanton. You can say Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So she was the and Susan B. Anthony. Of course, there was another person. And Susan B. Anthony. So these were the two women who were at the forefront for getting right to vote for in America. So there are other people also, but these were actually they started with the abolition of slavery. They started with the abolition of slavery. And then Cady Stanton, she was the president of the National Women's Suffrage Association. National Women's Suffrage Association. Anyhow, as a result of their work and all the lobbying and other ideological changes and so on, ideological changes that they brought about, they managed to brought about. In 1919, the 19th Amendment to the US Constitution was made. And 1919 Amendment, easy to remember, Constitution was made and women were given voting rights. This is what happened. And then other people who were doing background work were maybe not as prominent as or not stars as we say about like Elizabeth Cady Stanton, but there were others like Lucy Stone, Olympia Brown and Helen Pitts. Lucy Stone, other women can because I think you have taken these things down, and so you have got 3 more names in the first wave feminism who were very active. Lucy Stone, one, and then Helen Pitts and Olympia Brown. Lucy Stone, Helen Pitts, and Olympia Brown. So these were other women who were fighting for, clamoring for the rights to vote for women. So if you look at the whole thing now, just giving a summary of this, that is, first wave feminism, we can say, it was actually the activism, you can say, was the real, means the activity, so to say. Academic activism was in vindication of rights of women by that famous author Mary Wollstonecraft. Then the activity as a started in 1848 the Seneca Falls. And of course the background was the American Declaration of Independence, where all men are created equal, why not women? Isn't it? Yes. So the focus was to gain political rights, empowerment, politically empowering women. Politically empowering, so women thought that if we can vote, if we have a say in the formation of government, if we can participate in the government, if we can participate in the decision-making bodies of the state, then all the problem will be over. But actually what happened, as we can see, that's why we have got second wave and third wave and fourth wave and so on. So many small things here and there, for example, equal rights and then contract and property rights, then you have got sexual and reproductive rights, then the economic rights and so on, raised. But the main problem, the focus actually was on egalitarian or equal rights for in the political field. Political empowerment. So they achieved that. 1918, 1928, in two phases, English women, they were given right to vote and unconditional. By 1928 and 1919, the 19th amendment to American Constitution was made, and so all the American women also were given right to vote. And then there are, as I told you, there are other people like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Olympia Brown, Helen Pitts, then Lucy Stone, you have got Voltaire de Cleyre, and also Margaret Sanger. So it's nice to remember these people, the sacrifices these people made. But the most important thing always that comes to my mind is the bravery. See how bold was Mary Wollstonecraft when she took her pen. So, as we say now, the pen is mightier than the sword. So it is in this case very apt, and it is worthwhile to see that how a woman in the year 1742, when patriarchy was at its exercising its supreme power over women, women never even thought of, it had become their second nature to forget about their essence and only think about their existence. In such a situation, that a woman like Mary Wollstonecraft came forward with that bold initiative. That's the point. So, as we say now, we should, in a way, her name should be written in golden letters. As far as feminism and feminist thought and activity are concerned. I hope that you have been following. There's nothing much to follow in this, except that it was a movement for political empowerment, leading to right to vote, and also participation in various government bodies. Along with that, there were some other issues. Other issues came up, but these issues were solved. They had to wait these issues to be solved and focused, say, during the second, and then continuously the third. Now, after the first wave, there was a break. So 1840, 1920 is the first wave. Then the second wave begins in 1960. So that is active thought, active thought and activity. You can see, academic or otherwise. It had to wait for another 40 years. There's a gap of 40 years. See. So, and we will see that what happened in the second wave and third wave. Till then, bye, have a nice time. I hope that you are following and enjoying my classes. Thank you very much for watching.